Good morning, good morning. Welcome to our first mindfulness meditation outside. I'm so excited to be out here, and it's warm. There's just a light breeze, and this is a very, very exciting time of of the year. One of my favorite as we move outside. So what I'm playing with a little bit, so I have just a little connection, a little microphone, and the reason I'm trying this out this morning is because sometimes it is a little louder, especially on a Friday with all the trucks going by. So I thought if I tried this morning, and you can absolutely let me know how, if you can hear me okay, if my goal too is for you to be able to hear some of the birds. Now they're quiet, they're funny, right? They start and then they're quite loud and then they're quiet. So it will be a little bit of an experiment as we move outside. And again, so welcome. I am very pleased to see you popping on. So again, if you just get a chance to say hello, it really varies. It's interesting with changing devices and whatnot. So I'm just gonna go with it because I don't see anybody yet, but we're just gonna go with the flow here. So on that note, feeling free, especially as we're starting outside now, to bring yourself, bring me outside, bring you outside, and enjoy these Friday morning meditations outside, weather permitting. So for today, I am going to stay around just for a moment or two after our meditation, because I've been sharing some of the information from the Mindful Project, which is on the most recent research on meditation, and just for about a minute or two afterwards, just to get you thinking about a couple of things. I know for some of you popping on, you're heading off to work, so you'd like to come right into the meditation. So for this morning, we are going to play with a technique that is called directed thought. So your mind, as you are moving through your day, and this is again from research, from brain scans, is in default mode approximately 60% of the time, meaning that you're not necessarily aware of your thoughts, you're not necessarily perhaps knowing whether or not you are thinking, let's say, negative or positive thoughts, but you're experiencing the feelings, you're experiencing the emotions in your body from your thoughts. And again, you're in default mode, so you're not entirely aware. So this is a huge part of mindfulness meditation, is number one, being aware of our thoughts and when we're in default mode. And number two, how we can manage them. When we manage our thoughts, we can change the physiological response in our body. It's mind-blowing, really, is what I keep coming back to. Now, in directed thought, this is what we're going to play with this morning. In directed thought, when your attention goes to a specific thought, for this morning, I'd like you to follow that thought. So again, in mindfulness meditation, very often I'm saying, let that thought go, okay? Bring your attention back to your breath. But we are going to play with directed thought, which means when a thought comes in this morning, okay, I'd like you to follow that thought. Not necessarily, and actually that is managing the thought when you follow it. And then when your attention leaves that thought and you notice it, it might go to a different thought. I'd like you to just be aware of when that attention switches. Now, we use directed thought sometimes when we're trying to make a decision about something. We could go out for a walk. We're trying to work through something in our mind, so we are directing our attention at that particular thought process. So I'd like you to, and if you have a particular decision that you're wanting to make for today or this weekend, feel free to play with that. Okay, so just notice the difference between just lots of different thoughts going ping, 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 monkey mind, squirrel mind, all of that. And and noticing a thought's coming in, you're going to stay with it a little bit until it just kind of dissolves into the background. Then bring your attention back to your breath, okay, for a little bit. And then when another thought comes in, follow it. And there's lots more to say about this, but we're just going to play. So the difference between default mode and directed thought, playing with it. So, all right, if you are ready to go, and again, I'm not replying because I'm not seeing any comments this morning. So I know some of you pop on right away and let me know. So I hope this is working. If it is, I'd like you to settle on in. However, thank you. Yay! Thank you for the hearts. I know you're with me. So settling in whatever place, whatever position that you're in. Resting your hands. Again, mudra position can be here. Can be here, thumb and index finger, 3 fingers extended. For those of you just joining in, we're going to settle in with our breath, keeping our attention on our breath. When our mind wanders, we're going to follow that thought until it dissolves, dissipates, bring our attention back to our breath, and do the process again. Softly inviting the breath in. Feeling it move in your body. Circulate, massage, fill. Gently in through your nose, your mouth is softly closed. Just allow that word softness to soften your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, your shoulders. Just sinking and softening with each breath. If you can hear the birds and your directed attention can be at the sound you're just noticing when your attention shifts from a sound to a thought, back to the breath. Just training your awareness. Again, just noticing the shifting from sounds to breath to thought to different thoughts. Be curious. Open. Thinking of coming back to your breath as your home base. Of refueling, recharging. Your attention moves out again to sounds or thoughts. Just slowly bringing your attention again from out, from sounds and thoughts, come back to home base. Feel your breath in your body, belly breathing. And just taking a moment to perhaps think about bringing this awareness out into your day today. And just noticing again throughout the rest of the day is what your thoughts are up to, and bring your attention back to your breath. So as you slowly start to perhaps rub your fingers together, stretch your arms, your fingers. I always like to come into a little bit of a cat here. It just feels like, oh. And letting the shoulders, again, soften down. You might be stretching your legs out right now as well, just for a moment. So for those of you that are staying around just for a minute, I know some of you do have to run. But just one thing I'd like you to think about in terms, or know, as I'm playing with the research from this last project, is that, and if you see me jumping, we have a particularly active robin that's going across to, and I can just hear, right, as one time I did jump. It's so cool. Hey there. Yeah, I know, I'm moving. I'll be moving in just a moment. Okay. So in terms of thinking about your meditation, again, know that whether it's a minute, whether it's 30 seconds of just bringing your attention to your breath for a moment, whether it's longer periods as we're doing together, let's say Monday with Suzanne, framing the work, Friday with me, again, it layers on. So this is where they are focusing on some of their research, is these little mini meditations when you're out for a walk, the layering effect in the moment as well, but also the layering effect. And the fact that the managing of our thoughts is what we just did today, which is it's directed thinking, directed thought. Again, that is perhaps sometimes an easier entryway into mindfulness meditation, where letting go of your thoughts and bringing your attention back to your breath is actually, let's say, it is more advanced. It's more challenging than me saying, okay, follow a thought. Okay? Follow a thought to its endpoint, like we follow exhalation, right? Or extended exhalation to its endpoint. The same thing, kind of follow that thought to its endpoint, and then come back to home base, refuel, recharge, and then go back out again. So I'd be really interested to hear if you find that, again, directed thinking, directed thought, very different than default, where we have no awareness of what thoughts are going on in our body, but we might feel tightness in our belly, we might feel even in our hands, tingling, like all of the physiological responses of thinking a thought that we're not even aware of. So this is what we're doing. We are taking our mind, we're taking our brain to the gym every Friday morning to move out into the world with greater awareness. So I hope that makes sense. Happy May 13th, by the way. I'm heading out to have coffee with a very special friend this morning whose birthday it is. I'm going to give a shout out to France right now. So, hands together, heart center. Namaste, everyone. Have a fantastic Friday, rest of the week, and we'll see you Monday morning with Miss Suzanne Mongrain Smith. and next week in our lives as well. Love the hearts. Yay! Yay! Bye, everyone.